but is the thing on? Yeah. Fucking subclasses, man. You know, why don't they just redo the goddamn class? Hey, Draco. Sorry, me and one of my friends, just before stream, were talking about the new Ranger subclass they dropped. It's pretty good, but unfortunately, the issue is you still have to play as a Ranger, so that's pretty bad. You still gotta play as a Ranger, which sucks. I've actually been redoing a lot of the base classes from 5e, mostly because of that reason. And hello! New. There we go. Yeah, but that's not really what I'm talking about. There is no point where you want to bring Ranger to level 20. In every other class, there is some point of getting level 20, right? But with Ranger, there just isn't one. There's no point in getting Ranger level 20. What do you get? Fucking nothing. It's so bad. I haven't had the best week thus far, but I got my friends there to make the week better. Things have been pretty good. Fighter, you can bring Fighter level 20 easy. Fighter has some of the best stuff as just a base class. Sure, they don't have spell casting, but that doesn't fucking matter, bro. You get Action Surge. You get fucking Indomitable. For subclasses, you get fucking Strength Before Death. That shit is hot, yo. That shit is broke to the fuck. Broke to the fuck. You can't beat that shit. No one can. It's impossible. You can't beat that shit. Alright. The only thing that's better than that is like a warlock. Sure. I'm just talking like base classes. Me and my friends were having this discussion. It's like, unless you are specifically going for one, when will you ever take a martial class to level 20? Very rarely. Unless you really want to just play that specific class, you're rarely going to take a martial class to level 20, right? It's not something anyone really does, because they're just better options. I don't think there's anything down here stuff like it. They are. The Ranger is especially a good example. It's just a better mix, really. It's just a better mix of classes. Just a better mix. Like, okay, Gloomstalker is pretty much the only example. The new one that just came out is pretty good as well. If you're like a monk. If you're a monk, it's pretty good. No, I feel like you can, if you're like a Hexblade, just like get to Warlock level 4 and then dump the rest into Fighter, and you're pretty good off. Like, you're pretty good off if you just dump all into like fucking Fighter. Okay. Today I mean, Warlocks, anything past level 12 for a Warlock is usually pretty bad. You don't really get involved with it. But, hey man, the fucking goddamn. Level 12 and under is pretty good, like picking up 2 of the Eldritch Smites. do the Eldritch Smites variants and then just dumping every level into fucking Sorcerer. That's a really good way to get a lot of fucking damage. Lots of damage. Nope. Nope. Just about or so. The thing is, alright, I'll teach you a little trick. I know, Draco, right? So, Eldritch Smite states that you have to use your Warlock level, right? One of your Warlock spell slots to do so. However, the specific Eldritch Smites say any spell slot will do. It says you can sacrifice a spell slot, not a Warlock spell slot, a spell slot. Which means, if you do that, you can get, like, fucking 14 d8 damage on one of those. You get 14 d8 damage from an attack like that. Then add in, you know, your level 12 Warlock. Hell, not even level 12, just go to level 6. Level 6 Warlock, and then go the rest into fucking, like, Eldritch Knight Fighter. Your ass is doing some pretty hefty attacks. Pretty hefty attacks. I rarely see DMs. I rarely see DMs that would allow a dragon mark. Most DMs do not allow any dragon mark of any kind that I've seen. I've seen that. I mean, I don't blame them, but this is the first DLC. Microphone a bit. Sorry about the weird noises. This is the first DLC. It's also the most important. So, how this is gonna work. This is the power of the old Iron King. This is the tower that he created his Iron Empire in. What's left of this? Room. We picked up an item called Smelter Wedges, which are used on these things, which will pop up around your application. Stabbing these things to death with one of these Smelter Wedges. Pick us Bride of Ash Soul. Collecting all of those soul fragments will give us the soul, and we are able to do stuff. Right now, let's explore the area. This DLC is very, very good. So got a whole lot of absolute bullshit in it. A whole lot of bullshit. There's the Queen's Throne. King's Throne is down below. This is the Queen's Throne. Very nice, made of pure iron. What do you think, Draco? I mean, there's no reason it shouldn't. There's no reason it shouldn't. Oh, I've actually been working. I allow the booms. I would allow them. It's just I've also been working on a lot of stuff. I'm going to do a 5e campaign once I come back from my break. I mean, I just give it to him anyways. Like the epic boon. I don't think Aberrant Dragon Mark actually forces you to have a 9th level spell. I know because I have picked it with a character that has 5th level spell. At least the enemies kind of come out of the ground. They actually do quite a bit of damage, but we're just so damn tanky with this armor. Wow, I've never ruled it like that, because that's a really boring thing. That's like a really boring thing. Because, okay. In that case, only a couple creatures can really have that. Spellcasters don't need more options, so I'll just give it to anyone. Yeah, I don't care. None of my concern. Most of the time, by what I'm doing with 5e, I'm gonna kind of nerf a lot of interactions like that anyways, so... Like the whole glyph of warding spam. As funny as that is, I've kind of started to nerf a lot of interactions like that with my campaign. Yep. Basically, a lot of things that would make more than the sum of their parts. It's kind of what I've been trying to get rid of. And Titan Slab. There's a lot of upgrade materials. Oh yeah, this is this one. Too bad you can't kill me. I got rid of nuclear fireball. Got rid of a lot of that stuff. It's just not fun for anyone. It makes the campaign very boring. I wanted to do more of a gritty fantasy campaign. Oh yeah. Dance of Fire. So what that thing is doing is they are providing this defense buff to these guys. Indeed. It has to make sense within the realm of magic. Magic just isn't this infinite source of power. It is limited. So I've decided to make things easy. Alright. Nothing can create more than the sum of its parts. No spell no one item can possess more than a single spell and a single instance of that spell at once. Alright, go ahead. Not seeing anything. I don't say every party needs an artificer. Artificer makes having a party a lot easier. I'd say if there's any quirk. Does this work? Oh. Having an artificer in the party makes it easier, but it's just like a druid, man. It can be What's that? There's a lot more you can do with spells. If it's the only spellcaster in a party, that is... I mean, artificers work best with other spellcasters, so that's hard. That's a hidden wall. Oh. What is behind here? Treasure room. Okay. They can do that. So can, well, no, I don't think they can do it to unlimited items, but they can do it to any item. Thief, rogue. Thief rogues can do something similar. They have like the ability to attune to any item, regardless of requirements, so long as it doesn't have a class requirement. Although very few classes do. I find that most of the time, if it has a requirement, it has a race or spell requirement. Yeah, we were actually talking about that, me and some of my players. We were talking about that. I started to redo a bunch of the ranger, rogue, fighter, monk. Started to redo some of those subclasses. Ah, that is a dude with an explosive bow and arrow who has a bunch of explosive barrels around him. Ah. A man on fire died from fire. How peculiar. Alright, Draco, I got some changes in mind. Let's go over this, because this DLC is fucking massive, and it just basically takes me through fucking endless rooms. So let's go over this, right? Here's what I've done with the classes. You ready? Go. I want to give the players more incentive to dedicate many more levels into the martial classes, alright? Because most of the time as a martial, you just kind of spec into it for one level and then immediately go into a spellcaster, right? Melee pistol, that's good. I really don't enjoy pistols very much. I feel like they're not too weak. It's just harder to modify them compared to other weapons. I believe they naturally have one slot lower. Although I don't know about crafted. No, I don't know about crafted weapons. They might be the same. What the fuck did I just pick up? Oh, it's one of these. My first build was a melee build. But I'll tell you what I did. I'll tell you what I do. Alright. Well, that makes some amount of sense. I didn't know your basic fists get that. I know the gorilla arms do. I didn't know your basic fists get that. I know there are actually I know there are actually like buffs to your basic fist. Look at the nice. Things both. That makes sense. Not know that. What was I thinking about? Sorry, I've been kind of filled with unbridled rage for the last few hours. Hello, sir. Could you walk backwards slightly? Need the iron key. Oh. Pull this lever. Fuck you. Okay. There. Maneuvers. Quick tight night, nice. Give me an effigy. He's using a big hunk of iron. Okay. God damn it. So one of my players actually suggested that I do a campaign. Cool. Oh yeah, martial classes. That's what I was going to talk about. Totally lost my train of thought there. Flame Quartz Ring +3, huh? Where did that guy come from? I would say, I'm pretty sure my things are something. Yeah, I thought he was in the middle of an attack animation. Hold on. I have no intention of adding any new systems. I have no intention of adding any new systems. I just want to... I can't do it. I just want to, redo things so they're a bit better. Just like tweak the classes a little bit to make them a bit better. Because there are some things that could make martials viable, it's just they never do them. I don't know why that is. Just inside the range. These marshals are pretty weak. Spellcasting is just the most powerful thing in the entire game by far with no competition. Suppose that is true. Oh, yeah, that's right. I was gonna tell you about my changes. I keep getting sidetracked by our conversation. So tell me what you think about it. I did Rogue first, right? Because I feel like Rogue is probably the weakest martial class. Mostly because Gloomstalker exists and actually makes Ranger viable. So long as you take the alert feat. Here's what I did with Rogue, right? I just wanted to make some changes to the main class itself. Nothing too big. So what I ended up doing was I gave at 5th level, at 5th level I gave them an extra attack. Right? I gave them an extra attack because it felt kind of weird that rogues didn't have a second attack. It was pretty strange. The assassin subclass is okay. Its first ability is alright. First ability is alright. I've never seen anyone use the second and third ability. And then everyone always wants to try and get to the fourth ability, but I mean, there's very few campaigns that go to that level. Except for, like, probably mine and yours. So, what I decided to do was two things. First one, I gave them an extra attack at level 5. At level 8, I allowed them to use their sneak attack a second time, so long as it is their turn. Right? So long as it is their turn. They can't use it on any off attack. So long as it is their turn, they can use their sneak attack a second. Allowing them to keep up with the damage of fire level. Whilst that may cause issues with having advantage twice, there are few things that give you advantage. Plus, so long as an ally is nearby, it's pretty good, you know? Plus, if you are worried about doing, like, constant damage with your second sneak attack, you can always take Swashbuckler. Which solves that problem. So there you go. So at level 8 they can use their sneak attack a second time, so long as it's their turn. At level 10... At level 10, I gave them a second bonus action. So they just have a second bonus action. And I gave them a new cunning action ability, which allows them to use patient defense as a bonus action. That was at level 12. At level 12, you get that second cunning action ability. And then finally, Slippery Mind, I moved to 17th level, and I gave them, not 17th, sorry, I moved it to 15th level, and I gave them just every single mental saving throw. These guys. I don't know why these enemies exist. They're really, really weak. It's good for consistent damage, right? Although you're still pretty squishy. Because, like, you know, you're a rogue, your hit dice are low, and you gotta prioritize a couple other stats. You're pretty squishy, but it gives you more consistent damage, which you're a martial class, you should probably have, right? I mean, that's what Wizards seems to have thought at one point, because they gave a whole bunch of subclasses maneuvers. As far as rogue subclasses go, I don't think any of them really need changed too much. Rogue subclasses are usually meant to give you either better damage or information. Thief is the only one I could think of that really needs different, right? So, what I've done is I've changed Assassin a little bit. You are very, very, very good at blocking dark. What the fuck? I forgot that. So I have changed Assassin to where its second feature, Imposter, now only takes a long rest instead of 7 days to do. It just takes a long rest. And then Thief I have completely changed. I've completely changed Thief in every way, so now most of its class features are no longer better than, you know, or no longer worse than a feat. Because there's a lot of feats that were just better than your class features. And I feel like if you're comparing your class features to a feat, and you have a sound argument, your class features are probably pretty good. Well, ain't this just a hoot and a holler rodeo, huh? Alright, boys, come and get me. Oh god, it can be interrupted. I don't know why you would make that like that. Why would you allow that to be interrupted? What's the point of that, having such a long casting time if it can be interrupted? Yeah, 200%. So what I've done is, for the first thing of Thief, because it's like you're supposed to be a thief, right? You're not supposed to be pounding loads of damage. It should give you more maneuverability. So what I've done is your cunning action dashes that you get for your cunning action, they now are considered... So, okay. The first ability... Oh, wait. Is that the... It is. Okay. I'm gonna go over there. There's a sword I want to get to. Your first ability... There we go. Your first ability... First thing... God, I forgot about the assassin. Look. This guy is actually really tough. This particular NPC is very difficult to deal with. Because that happens. They have a lot of health. Have a thrusting weapon, which is the strongest weapon type in the game, per usual. Oh, you, and they do that kind of shit. I hate this particular one. Just because it's also at the very end of a very long area. So basically, for the Thief's first ability, right? Normally it would just give you, like, bonuses to doing certain skill checks, right? Let's actually, I'll take a proper look at it and just literally read you what it's first ability is. And let me get up. I already have my notes up. So, stuff like Scout and Thief are kind of bad. So, first thing I did is using fast hands. You can use basically Thieves' Tools as a bonus action to disarm traps and use an object action, right? Which is pretty bad, especially when your DMs run certain rule sets which may or may not completely invalidate object uses in general. It seems like Thief is supposed to be like this magical item usage class, right? Like a class that's supposed to be using like magical items. Like that's supposed to be its thing. But it doesn't work very well for it. Because most of the time, magical items you're going to come across, you know, Draco, they're going to be like, they give you this buff. There is no use for them, they just give you this passive buff. Like, oh, it's a +3 dagger. That's what a thief wants. No player is ever going to be using like specific magical items in a circumstance like that unless they really want to make a complex build that uses like specific items that they create themselves. So let's see this one. Ooh. Whoa, okay. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Thanks for that. Okay. I guess I just can't stand there. I can't land on that little ledge to heal myself. Just not something I can do. Alright. Well then, if that's the case, I'll probably just clear out this forefrontal area right over here then. I thought he was gonna do the slam. Okay. Alright, what was I? So, that doesn't really work very well. So, what I've allowed Thief to do is kind of be like a... You know, you're a thief. You're supposed to be stealing things. You're supposed to be faster. You're not supposed to do, like, attacks. You're supposed to do damage. Right? And an object interact action as a bonus action is a cool idea depending on how sticklerish your DM is, right? So, instead, maybe they should be able to avoid combat easily. So I've given them a buff to cunning action. Their first ability, instead of called fast hands, it's called quick footwork. You're used to evading the law, obviously. You're a thief. Whenever you take the dash action in any way, you simultaneously take the disengage action. So long as you take the dash action, you also take the disengage action. No matter what, you're always together. Which allows you to do a lot, right? Allows you to get around a lot more. As well, second story work. Your dash actions are always considered a climbing speed, no matter what. You also, you know, gain a climbing speed of your movement speed. I feel like that just giving them a climbing speed and allowing their dash actions to be considered a climbing speed, like even like their cunning actions, which normally by the book would not be able to be a different movement speed. I feel like that works pretty well. What do you think, Draco? What do you think of the first thing that I did on the road? Because, like, Thief isn't supposed to be a combat class, right? That's not what it's used for. It's not supposed to be. It's not its thing, right? It's not a combat-oriented class. You like Thief Rogue now? Yeah, as far as their other abilities go, Supreme Sneak is great, however, some fucking races do that for you. Some races do that for you. You can be a different race and get that same goddamn benefit, like Treekin. Treekin just gets that. Treekin just gets that. Ranger just gets something better. Hide in plain sight. They just get something better. So if it's supposed to be Supreme Sneak, maybe it should do that. What I've done is... So, what I wanted to do is I wanted to give them maybe something better than just having advantage. Right? That would be good. From like older editions, do you mean? You mean from like older editions? There's a few of them. The one I would pick first and foremost is like... So, in 2nd edition, they had this really cool feature, right? They had this really cool feature where it wasn't like all items used to do this, but some magical items, it'd have like what is essentially like leeching abilities, I would say. They had the ability to like leech off of your enemies, which is something like not too many magical items in the book do. My personal favorite of these was the long sword of leeching. My players fucking loved it. My players loved the long sword of leeching. For me, it would either be that or like the spell scrolls. Spell scrolls were fun. You basically just... It wasn't like a spell you would cast. Motherfucker went downstairs like a fucking ass. It wasn't like a spell you would cast, right? It would basically give you a higher level spell, and you can cast any spell as higher. The 2nd edition didn't quite have spells in that same way. I say level as an equivalent, but it didn't have spells in that same way. It was a lot of fun. use their primary combo villains. Hooray. But that was a lot of fun. As a caster, like, because like in 2nd edition, casters were off. Not gonna lie to you, Draco. In 2nd edition, casters were probably some of the weakest classes. Returning items. There's a lot of class features related or something like that. I don't think there's any items that specifically do that. Oh, I see. That's the guy. Oh. Well, if that's the case, I'm just gonna keep on going down here then. Oh yay, it's the guy. Fuck off, fuck. Use giant spike. Fuck off, you fucking peasants. Fucking peasants. There it is. Ah, there it is. Alright. That was a very important weapon we just picked up, Rico. That was a very important weapon we just picked up. Sorry, man, it's just been a long day. I was playing a game last night, and I lost 28 hours of progress. And that really sucked. I really sucked. It's just made my mind so fucked up. Can't stop thinking about it. Yeah. It was on a Minecraft server. The server admin's gonna help me out today. But I had a really bad encounter. It was on RLcraft. I had a really bad encounter with a specific witch and a wither spawner. And it was just the perfect storm of things I had no control over that day. We have this RLcraft server, me and my players do. And I played a lot more than everyone does, right? I played a lot more than everyone does. And, you know, I got into a real bad scenario. We're in late game now. I have the first living weapon in the game. I have the first living weapon. And if you don't, I'm assuming you know what living weapons are in RLcraft, right, Draco? Living weapons are the top tier weapons, right? They take over 100 hours to get. They're very difficult to get. Grinding for one of them usually takes about 10 to 20 hours. I had an evolved living weapon. So it took longer than that. It took 28 hours total. I know, because me and my friends specifically were trying to evolve it for so long. It took 28 hours total to evolve it into its evolved state. Last night, I got into a wither dungeon with a witch with a potion of disarming, which made me drop all my gear. And a wither with sticky, which forced the weapon out of my hand. So basically, I dropped all my gear and my weapon when I hit the wither, and the witch hit me with a potion, and the wither shot the ground near me and destroyed all of my stuff. Completely, yes. I got shafted really hard. Really, really hard. Because the Wither destroys items that he hits with his Wither skulls that he shoots out. So that really sucked. I wasted like 28 hours of my life right there. Oh, it's this room. Yeah, these guys run around. Unless you hit them with something, then they'll charge you. They're so strange looking at them. They're like so strange. And because I'm the only person playing, I've been the only person playing on the server for the last 3 weeks. The server admin said he'd reset the server. Basically, he'd turn it back. So I lost a good bit. I'm gonna lose a good bit of progress. He hasn't turned it back yet because he's not. And he still might not do it because he's just kind of that guy where his morality really prevents him from being a person, right? Like he's done some shit. He would rather no one play on the server. He would rather no one play on the server, because if I stop playing, then no one's gonna play on it for a couple of months. He'd rather no one play on the server than cheat in any way. You know how it is. He said he would do it, but I don't know. I don't trust anyone, and for good reasons. But it'd be like that sometimes. What are they wearing? Is that like a headband or a blind? Oh, where do I gotta go now? Alright. Almost killed me. Luckily enough, my armor is just so powerful. Oh, speaking of my armor, I can actually upgrade it. That's right. So I lost some stuff. I lost a lot of stuff. Lost a lot of hours, basically. That, and, you know, like, other stuff can happen. That is really fast. Other stuff's gonna happen. He's, oh, I can land on this. It's just really, really stingy. Other stuff's gonna happen, just like that. It's just been kind of back and forth between me and him. He's, he threatened to delete all the items in my inventory if I named a weapon a certain way. Which is a bit of an overreaction, if you ask me. He does, but he can't. about to say, I was trying to concentrate on not dying here. You know how it is. You know how people like that are. They will live and die by what they believe in, even though what they believe in doesn't mean anything at all. I knew it, I knew it. I don't judge him though. That's what he does. That's what he wants to do, that's what he wants to do. I mean, it's just what integrity kind of gets you. It's what having too much where you perceive to be integrity kind of gets you, you know. And people like this exist. You just gotta deal with him, unfortunately. He's a good guy, though, outside of that. Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I fucking said. That's what I fucking said. That's what I fucking said, man. It's fucking ridiculous. But he looked straight at me and he was like, "Oh, if it's a game and it doesn't matter, then why do you want this so much?" You know? Because he did trap me in a dimension at one point. He didn't do it. We all kind of did it together, unfortunately. We all kind of made a big mistake. Me first. Made the mistake first, because I like to experiment. But we all kind of made a big mistake at one point by going to dimension we're not ready for, and that dimension kind of... It sets your spawn in there. So when you die in there, it sets your spawn in there. It is, it's very annoying. But when you die in there, it sets your spawn in there. And there's enemies that just instant kill you as soon as they touch you everywhere. So what happens is you get killed and then you're basically stuck on a cycle of infinite death, right? Just an infinite death. And just kind of left me in there for a while. I asked him, like, "Hey man, could you teleport me to you? So I can, like, you know, get out of here. I don't care about my stuff anymore. I just want to be able to play the game." Use the bonfire. Excuse me? Why is that? Ah, that's right. It's the guys. This man is... He looks at me. He looks right at me as that happens. He looks right at me and he says, "No." I'm like, "Why? What? Can you just get me out of here?" And he's like, "Because that's cheating." I'm like, what? I've been in here for 2 IRL days. I haven't been able to play the game at all. Me and this other guy have been in here for this entire time. Could you just teleport us out? He's like, "No, we're going to kill the wither. I'm going to make a waystone and come to that dimension so I can get you guys out." And that was a little bit ridiculous. I know. I fucking know. I know. He's the kind of person who shouldn't have any power. Oh, I have a plan. I've downloaded a Minecraft client now, which basically gives me the powers of the server admin if I need them. So, that is not a 100% shield. Oh, damn, he's actually got poise. Let's try. He certainly should not be, no, at all. Okay. Certainly not enough. But he is, so I gotta do it. But if he does revert the server back like he said he would, I'll take back everything I've said here. It's clear that he deserves, you know, at least a little bit of trust in that regard. Oop. Oh, he has one Estus Flask. That's rare. Why is your Estus Flask so slow, though? He's not gaining very much health. Oh, well, he's gaining good health. That's 3 hits. What the hell? He's using a Great Lance, specifically. He has 3 Estus Flasks. Damn. That's crazy. What the fuck? I don't think there's a single other Phantom in the game that has 3 Estus Flasks. That's fucking crazy, bro. Holy shit. Oh boy. Ah, this could have been a big issue. 3 of these guys at once is actually a problem. Well, you just gotta handle yourself really well. There we are. I knew it had to be a great bow. $30 hours. You know, Dark Souls 2 is probably one of the only games I actually track my playtime on. Does Cyberpunk tell you your playtime? Does Cyberpunk actually tell you your playtime? I've never noticed where that is. It might be on the save file screen itself. Most likely, that's where usually they all are. During the saving, I see. Okay, now that that motherfucker is dead, we can rest at this bonfire. And now we can also... Now we can also upgrade our armor again. Keep in mind, everything we have on us is a fucking twinkling weapon. Or we can upgrade them. Is there a mod for that? There's probably a mod which allows you to get it somewhere. It is really annoying. Especially because the game doesn't tell you that. It's like fucking Xenoverse. I see. It's like fucking Xenoverse. Just like certain movesets for male and female characters are different, so it just sucks when you don't know what movesets you should have picked when you didn't even know, and you've put, you know, 200 plus fucking hours. Oh, this runs better on PS5. Probably does, yeah. You put 200 fucking hours into a character, and you just find out as you're starting to, you know, get into like the competitive scene that your main character that you've done everything on, because of their gender, their fucking melee moveset sucks so hard that it's impossible to play with. And you just get fucked. Hate it when that happens. There we are. The next spot. And this makes the games a lot better. I think. Oh, he actually sells aromatic ooze, unlimited as well.
Well, really, a very generous offer indeed. I get such a warm feeling inside when.
He's going to set a proper ladder for us. I just want to show off what this does. Probably 5, right? It's probably 5 times.
This ladder's not for sale. The only things I sell are miniatures. Cheers for that.
So this is the next ladder. This ladder will actually lead you all the way down to the door at the very bottom. Which is the door you need to go through to do the whole DLC. That is not what we're coming for. We came here for this. That's a very nice thing. 50 times, hmm? Oh, you mean lore, not the game. Yeah, I never really paid attention to that. It hardly fucking means anything anyways. It's fucking territorial we're talking about. Evil eye rings. Where is? That's so fucking stupid. I fucking hate this shit so much. A rage boost. More like you're just not good at riding. A rage boost. What nonsense. Oh. What's up? We're heading to a very important location. We gotta turn the thingy on. I can't remember what it's called. The furnace. Yeah, we gotta turn the furnace on. We have to turn the main furnace on, which is a pretty big problem. Guess this doesn't actually start. What about a fireman? It works. Whoop. You get hit by that? Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. 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 Sorry about that. I had to concentrate there. Whew. Oh, Dragon Ball. Blech. Never been the biggest fan. Never been the biggest fan. I don't like how it's written. It's I don't want to say this. It's not bad. It's just not my kind of anime. I really like how Super is written, kind of. Because it kind of brings back some of that subtle poison that the original series had. Because Akira Toriyama actually has, like, full fucking, you know, full reign over the series. And he is very good at telling... He's very good at convincing you that the main character is not a fucking villain, when he absolutely is. Goku has to be one of the worst creatures for the Dragon Ball franchise. Right? One of the worst creatures for. He has done more harm than any living creature could do good. But Akira Toriyama wants you what the math? I just make it whatever you want, really. That's what I did for my TTRPG, because you're never going to be able to understand it, because there are more inconsistencies with this than anything else. It's fucking horrible. He's good at making really likable characters. That's what makes Goku such a good character, because he's so awful. And yet... Oh, my fucking neck. I have a self-destruction problem. Yeah, that's because, like, beyond Akira Toriyama in that sense, during, like, Z, right, and, like, GT, there was clear numbers, because Akira Toriyama never went for numbers and shit, right? Unless it's so... There we go. These things are overflowing with me. Ah, yes, this is one of those summons that's really weird. They put dark damage on me when they come in, which actually hurts a lot. We actually have a reasonable resistance to dark damage. See, they actually hurt a lot. Mostly because that sword is actually pretty high level as well. Oh, that's 900. Ooh, hold on, give me a second. Do I have any gunpowder on me? Okay. Recollection and Twinkling Titanite. Fucking incredible. Even with her, all of the attacks of her primary combo hitting me, she still can't do too much damage to me. Ugh. Oh my god. Ah! Couldn't see in there. Hurts a lot. Alright. Yeah, that's... I was gonna say more about it, but we got sidetracked, Draco. We got really sidetracked, Draco. Is it because of the dog? They do that sometimes. They will do that sometimes. Oh. 400. Take some NyQuil and go to bed. That usually helps, let me tell you. Huh? I see it, I see it. Actually, just look. Need to I believe what we need is through one of these doors here. We are. There it is. Let's go. Hold on. The Iron Scepter. Don't worry about it. That's what I would do. Forget about it. Like, look at it like this. When this was being made, so if you're wondering what that Iron Scepter is, it is a... Where is it? One of these. Is it a key? Yeah, that's right. A scorching hot iron scepter used to activate contraptions by transferring heat to the broom tower. When the old Iron King wrestled this... What the fuck? Then? about the discovery of the iron. Oh, I forgot to say. Because everyone is very busy on my birthday at the end of the month, I will not be streaming Friday or Saturday. Because everyone's really busy and my little cousin's birthday is on the 9th and mine is at the end of the month, so we're just doing like one big party for all of us. I wish they wouldn't do. I feel like he deserves his own birthday, but whatever. So we're gonna be doing a party for Friday and Saturday. Ugh. Oh, really? I'll tell him happy birthday if he's able to understand language. I would do something for that, but unfortunately I don't have any channel points to do any of them effects. Oh, so he's old enough to understand like concepts like language and shit. Alright, good. Tell him happy birthday for me. Ah, speaking of problems with being a small VTuber. Hello, bot. Wish I could press a button and like explode a bunch of channel points from the bottom of the screen. Maybe like throw in an Oprah sound clip. Alright, you know what? You know what? How about this? To celebrate everybody's birthday happening at once. I know, but I want to start doing things with channel points and start like doing crazy shit with the screen, you know? What the fuck? Sorry, the screen became really blurry for a second. I wonder if that's me or the screen. But I want to start doing stuff, you know? I feel like I'm being held back. I don't know why they don't give channel points to people that aren't an affiliate. That's really weird. So strange. Probably. They hate you because then you don't make them enough money. Probably. I have no doubt about it in my mind. That's probably the reason. Right.
Your visit is welcome. I trust you've kept...
Anything from you that I don't have either. Oh, you have another copy of this. You have infinite copies of these, actually.
Young people, do not take my... Do you see? Ah, here. A fitting...
Whoa!
Seek higher play. Young people, do not take my teeth.
Dang. Pretty good ring. That's a +1. I already have the +2, but it's the thought that counts. Go. Maybe. Dealing with Dragon Ball can conjure up quite a bit of rage. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. Cause quite a bit of rage. Would cause me plenty. Where is my... there.
I'll be around.
Armor stronger. Better, faster, stronger. Beautiful. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm already in Super Saiyan 4. The reason Super Saiyan exists is so Akira Toriyama didn't have to draw in the colors of Goku's hair. So he didn't have to ink it in and waste a bunch of fucking ink. How strange. I'm just ginger to begin with. Thanks to my mother. Okay. Let's go. Oh my. You know what I'm thinking, Draco? Thinking about some stuff. That right there will allow this goddamn fucking building to start working. Yep. Yep. There we go. I don't know. Yep. There we go. Painful bird, right? I'm new to this one. Reduces stamina loss when blocking with shields. I mean... best. Super Saiyan 4 is a representative. Is representing the lower worlds. The Beast Realms. The world that Goku originally represents. The realms of the beasts. GT went to the lower realms. The realms of the beasts and monsters. The realms of Samsara, which are said to be demonic. While Super is going to the higher realms. It goes to the divine realms. The realms like the gamez. I would like to be a cop. You just kinda do work. You're the middleman, and no one cares what you do. Also, you are just a demon. You got the best of both worlds there. It was confirmed that Kais and demons are the same damn thing. They're the same thing. You got the best of both worlds. You literally can't go wrong no matter what you do. You just win. Ah, thank you so much for the follow. I was trying to concentrate on not getting fucking murdered though. Thank you so much for the follow. I do appreciate it. Or, there we go. Org. Yeah, we're good. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. Let's see, where was I? I was thinking of something. What was I thinking about? I kind of lost my brain there for a second. This one. Right, we have to find the other spikes. Man, I could not think. So, I was hoping that would do that. No, I couldn't make it. Yeah, that's right, the elevator doesn't come up from over there. It has to come up from down there. We gotta go down one more level to get to it. So, okay, I should probably explain what I'm looking for. There are something called smelter wedges in this particular area. This area has a whole bunch of these little fucking mini boss enemies. And these little mini boss enemies are usually surrounded by a whole bunch of smaller enemies. And in the way in the back, you've got these little idols. These idols will boost the power of any enemy or cause random stage hazards. Real annoying shit. Well, these little idols, once an item called a smelter wedge has been used on them, they hurt. They get destroyed, and you're able to take advantage of it. They break apart into a bunch of souls, and then you can collect them to get special. Resistance. Yeah, right. Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to find the rest of it. Trying to find the rest of them. Whoa. Let's see. I think this is it. Yes, it is. Now we could continue down that path, but we'll do that later. Actually, we do have the majestic greatsword now. What? We'll continue. We do have the majestic greatsword now, so that could be. Hell no. Hell no. Pleasures of life are what make everything work. There we go. That's a shortcut back there. I do actually think there's something through here. Indeed. Ah! The ring. This one's weird. It makes it where we're invisible while rolling. needs money when you're a god? But this one's weird. People used to use that when this game had it. People would use that ring quite a bit. It was very irritating. You would basically just roll. How it works is when you, during every animation of your roll, not just the ones you're invincible for, but every single piece of your animation while you're rolling, you would be fucking invisible. Completely invisible. You'd be completely fucking invisible, which is obviously very irritating. Oh. So, that's how it went. Yeah, Dragon Balls are great and all, but... Magic is so unexplored in that series. I'd like to see some more of that. Unfortunately, it's just not something that's really focused on. That's weird. Well, it's like, who gives a damn, right? Focus of Dragon Ball isn't supposed to be about magic, necessarily. It's supposed to be about, you know, martial arts, fighting, as though they're shonen. It's just not something that's supposed to be focused on. Who cares? Closest thing is actually the Dragon Balls, funnily enough, Draco, but you know. I wish we would have gotten more information on the magic in the series. That would have been really cool. But oh well, I don't find anything boring. I just sometimes I know something isn't really for me. Oh, yes, this fucking place. So there's actually a very valuable item in here. Unfortunately, one of those things is here. So, there is an idol behind one of these doors. You can't quite see what it's doing yet, but it's behind this one. Here. We want to kill this one as soon as possible. No! God damn it. God fucking damn it. We want to kill that one as quickly as possible. I was almost in the animation. It's not like I lose anything. I just fucking hate this mechanic. Ugh. It heals. It heals everything. It heals everything, man. Yeah, but it's not for me. I just don't care enough. Apathy is my native poem. You smell her. Plus, I mean, oh god. Imagine you have a choice. You're not bound to being a certain way. You can do what you want. And you're better than everyone else. Is there a shield Pokemon around? Plus, you won't be fucking hunted down and murdered like they have been frequently in series. In fact, the other universes, the Namekians, specifically all merged together just so they could have a better chance of survival. You would think the gods would care enough to try and protect them since they're so powerful and are able to do great things and incredible strength. But apparently not. Apparently they just don't care. Yeah, who cares about strength? Who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? I'm not worried about that. That's a guard break. That's annoying. Even though it does less stamina damage than his actual heavies. Huh. Yeah, it actually does less stamina damage than his heavy attacks do. What the fuck? Oh well, I guess that's just a really shitty guard break attack. Miho's guard break attacks feel a bit more intense. Oh yes. Lazy writing incarnate. Basically what that room is. When you're a fucking shonen writer. Oh. It's so true though. Yeah, at least it's a good show though. I do enjoy it. It's fun. Dragon Ball is not meant to be serious, right? Dragon Ball is not meant to be serious. It's meant to be fun. There it is. If you take it seriously, then you're just not going to have any fun, because it's Dragon Ball. I think that's maybe why I don't like it very much, because I like my stuff to be taken very, very seriously. I like my shows and stuff to be taken very seriously. What is this? What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? It's a spear. Ooh. Hmm? And then you know what you know what happens then, I guarantee you. We're talking from a D&D perspective here. I don't really do what ifs like that. I only do it in D&D, but you know what? You know what I do then? Shadow dragons. Exactly what I do. That's probably the best fucking plot in any Dragon Ball anything, is the whole Shadow Dragon idea. That's actually fucking good. That's actually fucking good. That's the only good plot. It's like it gives the show consequences. Fuck, not even JJK could do that shit properly. Spell quartz ring. I thought this was in, where's number 1? I thought this was in the last DLC. Well, we don't need the, silver serpent anymore on that, so let's do, I'll show you the roll. See how fucked that is? Imagine fighting a guy. Imagine fighting a guy. He's wearing no armor. He's wielding a fucking thrusting weapon. And he has a charm in the other hand. And he's just doing this. It's fucking annoying as shit. This was like the pay-to-win weapon, basically, of Dark Souls 2. If you didn't have the old Iron King DLC, you were fucked. You were... Whoa. Blades. I think it's steel protection. We don't even need it at this point. Oh, it also boosts our fucking adept. That's fucking hilarious. Sometimes deflect spells is funny. And the planet explodes. Switch. Oh. This one's hilarious. Till the planet explodes. This one's hilarious. This ring, what it'll do is it has a 1 in 10 chance of deflecting any spells that hit you. You can fuck up a spellcaster's day with that one. That was funny. Because they would hit you with like one of their really big spells, like Crystal Soul Spear. And you took no fucking damage. That should boost their health like, quite a bit. Unmovable. Yeah, but that's not the point. Who cares about power? I want the experience. When appearance well followed. Expose a damage threshold. That's fucking stupid. Honestly, the painful bird best. Painful bird sounds good. Yeah. That's a big symbol. Yes, but in the end of the day, we're all slaves of the angels anyway, so whatever. Petrification resistance is 60, my poison resistance is 120. Okay, well, I think it's about time to go down there and learn our primary objective here. We are trying to... And the angels are just fucking slaves. Like, actually. No, that's technically wrong. A slave has freedom of thought. Go on. Ow. Plus, you got all that power, but you can't fucking do anything. It's like the seal in Marbury Casino. All that power. Oh, there's a second. All that power can't do anything. I suppose if you just want to like min-max. But eh. Ooh. Fucking head hurts. I'm ready to scramble. It's funny that I'm angry today. It's probably the hardest DLC. Usually my anger doesn't turn outwards though. I very rarely scream. Most of the time when I scream, it's more just in my own. That smelled perfect. It seems nice. Oh. It's one of these. It appears to have once been an axe, but terribly melted state. A little bit more than a great lump crushes its foes. What does it look like? God damn. Just a big fucking thing. Look at that, Draco. It probably hurts a lot. If it's that Titanite weapon, I might humor myself by using it. If that's a standard Titanite weapon, I might humor myself by using it. It has more base damage than the fucking... That's a different weapon, I guess. It has more base damage than the fucking... the dragon. That's pretty crazy. Attack. Or no. Just out of reach. It's also strange, he gives bleed, but you're never gonna survive it. Bleed. Yeah, that is like the worst attack he could do, that guard break. It's so bad for him. It just doesn't know. If he uses that, he's just giving you a freebie. That guard break is awful. Titanite chunk. Oh, there's a third one. That's another weird one. That's another, like, maybe that's a grab or something. No, if it was a grab, I'd be grabbed. Grabs just go straight through guard. What the fuck was that about? Maybe it's just a knockdown. Wow, I just took it out of my fucking ankles. Alrighty then, Draco. I'm feeling much better. Starting to, at least. Feel like I'm. Ah! There it is. I knew it had to be out here somewhere. The fucking key. It's the fucking key, bro. I've been looking for that shit for ages. Alright. Let's go back to the bonfire. Let's go back to the bonfire. We'll go back to Majula. We'll see if this big-ass fucking club we just got is a Titanite weapon. If this is a Titanite weapon, I'm gonna upgrade it until it takes large chunks. And I'm gonna see what I can do with this thing, because I find this funny. It is such just a hard strength weapon. Can it be infused? Please tell me this giant fucking thing can be infused. It can, yes. We're gonna break your kneecap. We're gonna break your kneecaps. We're gonna break your kneecaps. Hello, sir. Could you help me? POV, you're using a 4 times oversized great club. Yeah, it's a standard Titanite weapon. Wow. Aid scaling for strength as well. Damn, son. Where'd you find this? What is that? 610? Well, damn. 610, eh? Hard to compete with that. Hard to compete with 610.
What? No interest.
Hard to compete with 610. Not gonna lie. Hard to compete with 610. Might even upgrade it and just make this our actual main weapon right here. $500 flat.
I'll be around.
Massive damage. What, 700 now? 682. Huge damage. Massive damage. And it can be fucking infused. You know what? Might as well. I might as well rock out with this for a little bit. You know, Draco, might as well have a little bit of fun. Today's been fucking awful. People are just awful. That is an ancient turkey leg. You mean... Ah. It was probably an axe. Oh well. People have really caused me some migraines today. I'm just gonna rock out on stream right here, right now. Hit everyone with a massive bonk. Huge bonk. And I can fast forward. Fuck. fast roll, big bonk. Fuck. I'll get my strength up to 70 as well. Twilight turn. That's all we need to do is just go down here. Ah, the Iron Passage. This place is horrible. This is where you fight the blue smeltery demon. Let's see how this thing does. Shall we? What do we got? 1,000. Nice. 800. Nice. Ah, yeah, that's the fucking thing the guy gives me. That guy up there gives me a pretty harsh debuff. He, increases my weight capacity, like, and decreases it, sorry. It also makes me stupid because he does that. Forgot about that. Beautiful, 900 damage. Oh my god. I mean, this place is fucking awful. Oh my god, this is amazing. Fucking so much damage. Just hit him really fucking hard with a big ass club. Just a massive club. Just womp. It's just raw iron as well. It's just a raw fucking thing of iron. It looks like I'm holding some thorium in my hand. Yeah, you can technically skip a lot of this by doing that. Oh, the Dragon Slayer, yeah. Oh. It's a lot wider than the Dragon Slayer is now. I don't think it's quite as long as Dragon Slayer, though. Wait. Hello, sir. What? Ah, that feels amazing. What is a club? So if you don't have a lot of trouble hitting, but goddamn, how are you just gonna say no to that much damage? How are you gonna say no? Dragon Slayer's like 7 feet long. It might be just about as long as Dragon Slayer, because your character in this game is 6 feet tall. Amazing. You see that fucking damage, bro? my god, Draco, this is great. This weapon is amazing. This is exactly what I needed. Oh, yeah, that's right. God, the forced slow roll is fuck. And you did this. Die! 300 damage on that, that's not bad. That's a hex. Die! Stop recasting that shit. Sure, what is it? I'm out of danger right now. I stab myself with this. It's just the upper area up there. While you're typing, let me clear these guys out. Yeah, I can still fucking pull. Damn it. Oh well. I need a bow, but oh well, I don't care enough. A hammer in full view. Okay. There we go. That's the whole thing. There. That's better. That way you can see the top of the character. Yeah, because if you're like... Because if the character in this game is 6 foot tall exactly, because that's like kind of the standard height of all Souls protagonists. And if he puts that on the ground next to him, the thing is like a couple feet taller than he is. So it's like 8 feet long-ish. Just about. What is this called? Smelter hammer. Very nice. Very big bomb. It's also like, I think, the heaviest weapon in the game. 70 strength is nothing to laugh at. How do you like backstabs? Not very much. I liquefy his insides with my big hammer. Because, yeah, busting does make me feel good. By busting, I mean backing a man so hard in the spine he fucking dies. Hemorrhage. There's no way that thing is 5 feet tall. Even if, like, the character himself is smaller, like, if the character himself is smaller, There's no fucking way on earth. That means your character would have to be like 4 feet tall. There's that fuck. Bomb. Crack. There's that motherfucker down there. Alright. Time to show him what for. Fuck this weapon for now. Spell bite. Dragon Tooth. Fuck off, bitch. Putting shit in front of the boss door. Why do they do this? Blue Smeltery Demon. He's big, he's bad. He's like Michael Jackson, he's bad. This is the boss fight everybody hates the most. He's the Smeltery Demon, but his moveset is slightly longer. And he's way stronger. Also, he has magic on top of fire damage. Okay. But as you can see, I'm blocking, by the way. Those attacks he's making there, I'm blocking. I didn't know how to roll. Yeah, and he's got Melania's dash, by the way. He can just kind of get out in front of him if he needs to. Worst fight in the game, if you ask me. That was a mistake of a boss fight. How much does that increase our damage by? 1. £77. Way more than 77 pounds. If something like that was fully metal, that would be like 100 plus. There's no way. Yeah, the blue Smeltery Demon was a really big mistake in my opinion. It was... oh, yes. This fucking mask. This mask makes you wet forever. Yeah, the smelter hammer. I know. This makes this mask makes you wet forever. So basically, it produces water at a non-stop pace, which makes you permanently just wet. That means you take very little damage from fire damage, specifically. Yeah, it would be like a lot, like a hunk of iron like that. Would be a lot. I should just go back to the bonfire. Yeah, right here. A mask. Tears flow from the eyes of this mask, drenching its wearer. Blood drake. The drake blood. Nothing compared to my giant great helm. "100 men versus 1 gorilla." Has any of the people who have asked this question ever been inside of a medieval battle? 100 men would win that. You don't understand. It's not even like an endurance thing, which I'm guessing most people argue. You ever seen a corpse pile of 50 people? Like, even say 25. That's gonna cause a problem. I'd say maybe 20? Either way, I'll see you all later. I've gotta go now. I'm gonna get some rest. Goodbye. Oh,